Birmingham Police Department's Public Information Division. We would like to thank each and every one of our media partners for joining this press conference today. And thank you to all the viewers for watching this press conference. Today you will hear from Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman, and he will announce an arrest that we have made in connection to 2 separate 2023 homicide cases. We kindly ask that when Chief opens the floor up for questions that we stick to questions regarding today's press conference. With no further ado, here's BPD Chief Scott Thurman.
Good morning. The Birmingham Police Department is pleased to announce the arrest of DeMarquise Mincy, 25 years old, of Birmingham, Alabama, for the murders of Ariel Jones and Jamiria Fowler. This is Mr. Mincy. On Thursday, June 1st, 2023, East Precinct officers discovered the burned body of Jamiria Fowler in the 1000 block of Sellers Road. An autopsy revealed she had been shot. Jamiria Fowler was reported missing the previous day when she did not return home to her children. Detectives began investigating the case and identified Mincy as a suspect. On Monday, June 12, 2023, detectives obtained a murder warrant with no bond and an abuse of a corpse warrant for $15,000 bond for Mincy's arrest. On Thursday, June 22, 2023, he was arrested by the U.S. Marshals at an address in Stonecrest, Georgia. He was booked into the DeKalb County Jail for unrelated charges in Georgia and for the warrants in Jamiria Fowler's case. While investigating Jamiria Fowler's case, detectives identified Mincy as a suspect in the April 2023 death of Ariel Jones. Ariel Jones' burned body was discovered on Tuesday, April 18, 2023, in the 8400 block of 5th Avenue North, and an autopsy revealed that she had been shot as well. On Tuesday, June 11, 2023, detectives obtained a capital murder warrant with no bond on Mincy for the death of Ariel Jones. Currently, the only commonality between these cases is the fact that both victims are female, and they were both shot. Detectives have attempted to speak with Mincy, but he requested legal counsel. He remains in the DeKalb County Jail awaiting extradition to Alabama, and he has no bond in either state. Mr. Mincy's arrest highlights the commitment of our Birmingham police officers. Personnel from our Patrol Division, Detective Bureau, and Crime Scene Unit all played a major role in both of these cases, and I would like to personally commend them for their hard work and dedication. Our hearts go out to the families and friends of Ariel Jones and Jamiria Fowler as they deal with the senseless loss of these 2 young women, and we hope this arrest brings all of them one step closer to finding closure.
Questions, anyone?
Is Mr. Mincy a serial killer?
Not that we're aware of, no.
Did he know these 2 women, or did these 2 women know each other?
At this point in time, it doesn't appear that they knew each other or he really knew them prior to these particular incidents.
So what was the deal with Jamiria Fowler and Facebook? Did that turn out to be true? Was she meeting Mincy through Facebook?
Well, that's one of the things that our detectives are looking into, but that's nothing I can confirm at this point in time.
Do you believe these are the only 2 victims, or do you think it's possible that he could be connected to any other incident, maybe in our state or other states?
As far as the city of Birmingham is really the only one I can comment on. So in our city, we don't feel like there's any other cases. It's just unknown if there's any other jurisdictions at this point in time.
Can you say, I know it's part of the investigation, but can you say how you connected the 2 women's deaths to him?
Not at this point in time.
Did the community help in any way in making the connection that he was the suspect?
No, it was through the investigation of our investigators and Crime Scene Unit.
Any idea why one of or maybe both the bodies were burned?
It would just be speculation on my behalf, but just to get rid of evidence, more or less.
Does he have a known criminal history, to your knowledge?
I don't know that right now, and that wouldn't be information I could share anyways.
When he was in Georgia, do you believe that he was attempting to flee or evade police?
That information is unknown. We obtained the warrant. We believed he had left the state of Alabama, so we turned the warrant over to the U.S. Marshals Service, which of course has jurisdiction across our nation, and so they took lead at that point in time in apprehending him.
Can you say where he was a resident of?
He's a resident of Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Can you detail the next steps?
So the next steps will be him getting extradited to Alabama to face the charges that we've obtained here, and then it'll just be the court process at that point in time.
Do you know how long it will take for him to be extradited back here?
Well, he's got charges in Georgia too that are unrelated, so that plays a role, and also whether or not he fights extradition. So those are circumstances that are just out of our control.
Can you just speak to just the emotions of the families after finding out that, you know, detectives were able to piece together who killed their loved one?
I think that helps, but at the end of the day, it doesn't bring their loved one back. And so that's the most troubling part, is that there's 2 young women who've lost their lives in our city once again. And, you know, those families are hurting. They will always be hurting. This probably helps, but it just doesn't give them the full closure of bringing their loved one back.
On the
I'm sorry,
heels
did
of
you say how old he is?
I believe he's 25.
On the heels of a difficult week, do you believe it sends the message to the community that you are still constantly working to find justice when crimes like this occur?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's one of the things that we're committed to, our team is committed to. And just like this week, with the challenging week, we've had a number of our law enforcement partners reach out and are willing to assist us in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So that's reassuring. But our staff is always working hard every day.
And you said it was difficult to find a connection between the suspect and these 2 victims. Any possible motive or why these women may have been targeted?
That would be something that would be part of the case that I wouldn't want to put out at this point in time.
All right, thank you, everyone.
I do have another question,
Go
if
ahead.
that's okay.
Mhm.
I know you asked to keep this on topic, so I apologize, but just in regards to the firefighters that were shot on Wednesday, is there any reason that the public should know that there's been no suspect or vehicle information that's been released at this time?
The only thing I would say on that is that's an ongoing investigation. If there's people that have information, we respectfully request that they give law enforcement that information, whether it's calling Birmingham Police Department or calling Crime Stoppers. Also, there is a fairly significant reward out at this point in time. I believe it's at least $15,000. And so I'd just like to highlight that and ask those that have information to please contact us.
And then it's been on some other outlets and over social media that perhaps one of these men might have had a personal conflict with the possible shooter or shooters. Can you confirm that at this time?
I can't. I mean, that's one of the things we're still looking into. What was the motivation for those shootings? I mean, it's highly unusual. So what was the motivation for someone to shoot 2 of our Birmingham firefighters?
Did y'all say that at any point that one of the firefighters was specifically targeted?
We believe that one or both of them were. We just don't know why. So I don't think it was just a random act that somebody just picked that particular station and decided to shoot some firefighters. I think they had a reason for being there. We're just trying to determine what that reason is and who's responsible for it.
All righty, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.